All right. Checking, testing audio. There's obviously not going to be anyone here. It's just totally, absolutely spontaneous. Is there any way to flip this view? Okay, well, anyway, welcome to my very first live. I am catching a flow here and just I'm rolling with it, and just a big bucket basically. I had to download Chrome. I'm not like a huge Chrome fan, but now we're friends. We're friends, me and Chrome. Had to download some software to be able to do this, and pick up some new skills here on the YouTube live. Yeah. If anyone's here, say hello. If you pop in, say something. See something, say something. So I'm just lighting a little pinon incense from the west, since we are in the Southwest. Yeah, so, I have been really deep in the astrology, in the energies, and for that reason, I haven't really been super active on posting. It's really difficult to do daily astrology, daily readings, daily forecasts. We are going to do some tarot. I'll talk about that in a minute. It's difficult. It's difficult when you are yourself going through all of the shiz. So I gotta, give it to the people who do this full time, and they are on there every single day, doing dailies, doing weeklies. It is no small feat, to be sure. So credit. And there's a lot of people out there who've been doing this for a really long time. And so, yeah, I just wanted to pop in here because I've literally been just thinking about, what do I want to talk about? What do I want to do? And I've had so many things going on that I want to share. Like I actually have a ton I want to share. I have an update with my astrocartography, astro travel vlog. I have updates for my Venus Diaries series, and that alone is plenty. And, not to mention that there is a tremendous amount of astrology happening, huge transformational business going down as we speak. Let me see if I can do something about this lighting. I don't know. Is that better? Worse? More bags, less bags? I don't know. Figuring it out. It's kind of bugging me. So, okay. No, but see, then it's not very bright. Not very luminous. Anyway, so we're talking about Saturn, Sunday. I'm doing this Thursday, May 22nd, if you're watching this after the fact. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, so, that's Mountain Standard. And yeah, so I am, that's my time zone. That's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming to you from. And so Sunday, when of this week, when you may or may not see this before or after, Saturn is going into Aries. And it's going to make its first ingress into Aries. I'm going to fidget because, this is not planned. All right. it'll be its first ingress into Aries, the first, and then the last ingress will happen in February. Maybe that's better. I don't know. February, first week, I believe. And then it'll be in Aries for 2.5 years. Okay, so there's that, but not to mention Jupiter going into Cancer in June. I'll get you the exact date. And then Uranus going into Gemini, leaving Taurus, and coming into Gemini in July. So there's a lot going on. So aside from my own personal stuff, aside from my own personal projects, daily life, working, all the things, my daughter's moving this weekend, and then I have to move the next weekend. There's no shortage of extra energy and activity, and that's all, fine and dandy. And thank you, Mars direct, and all planets direct besides Pluto, currently retrograde. Okay, I think I'm tentatively satisfied with where we're at here, as long as nothing moves for the moment. Okay. So, yeah, it's been just a lot to feel into. And so to deliver astrology, tarot, or I Ching in any way, or to even focus on one aspect of that to study and observe and journal about, which I have also been attempting to do, has been overwhelming. So instead of curating for you, and I don't really curate too much or plan too much anyhow. I just decided I would go live, just try live for the first time here and see what happens. A couple of things I want to talk about, because it's actually free. It's on YouTube. You can reference it, but it's part of what kind of lit me up was my favorite astrologer, David Palmer, the Leo King, did one of his shows, which is my favorite show, favorite. He does a lot of great work, but my favorite show is History of the Stars with Ann Wolke. And that is free on YouTube, so you can reference it. You can go back to it and see for yourself. He's one of my favorite astrologers, and he was talking about the history, which is really deep, how far back the 0 point Aries Neptune, or I'm sorry, the 0 point of Aries, yes, but Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries. So that's, I think it was 4163 BC was the last time that happened. Don't quote me. It's in the show. You can go and watch it for yourself and verify that. And I might be off a little bit. And that's actually at the very end where they confirm it. Anyway, so if you wanted to verify it, it's at the very end of the show. You wouldn't have to watch the whole thing because it's 4 hours long. Okay. Serious deep dive on this Saturn Neptune conjunction. So totally worth the time if you're into it and want to know, just what the next 20 years is going to be like, roughly. So this is what inspired me to just, instead of having a plan, it just activated all kinds of things inside of me. So here we are. One of the time periods that this relates with, because not specifically the Saturn Neptune piece, although I'll have to go back and check, but the Uranus in Gemini, I'll have to, let me check. Anyway, that piece was really, really interesting. And that obviously is the progression of World War II. When the United States entered World War II, was in the exact dates. Let's see, I have it up on Safari. Hopefully you can still see me. I don't know if my screen is being shared. I'll have to find that function. Again, this is new. Okay, but the start of World War II was September 1st, 1939. So we're in that window of progression now in terms of the astrology. And then it ended September 2nd, 1945. So this is all the Uranus and Gemini for the United States. Now I am talking about the United States. I am in this United States. I have a, US centric lens that I wear when I come to this. But this was a world war that included Japan, Germany, Austria, um, Korea, Poland, um, Finland. I mean, I'm probably missing someone. I'm probably missing a nation, but that's the UK, right? And or Britain. So it was not happening in a small little, vacuum. It was impacting everyone. But because of where I live and where I grow up and the access I have to information is American centric. So it is what it is. And so anyway, that's one of the big things. And, there's a lot of movement in other nations right now and a lot of talking and, um, you know, France with Ukraine, and then China with Iran, and, Israel, Palestine, and um, Trump just, this last week came back from a trip to the Emirates and working with the kingdom there. So this is not a political channel, by the way. This is not me getting political. It's just a tone that we're tapping into with it's a resonance of a cycle that is going through another layer. And so it's not repeating, history's not repeating, because Gemini is coming back into Uranus is coming back into Gemini again, it starting a new cycle. It is just a resonant of a point in our sky, in one of the cycles of Uranus, which is 84 years, I believe, 83 or 84 years. One of the things that is resonating through the waves of energy, the waves of consciousness that we are tapping into at the moment. So also Uranus is about things, about the skies. It is the ruler of, that's the modern day ruler of Aquarius, which has to do with networks, transmitting information, things in the sky. It has to do with small things, little nodes, and has to do with networks and things going fast along those networks. So I'm just picking up on this and sharing it with you here, some of what I see. So basically this talk from History in the Stars, again, the Leo King, kind of took me out of my little, like sometimes there's so much that it paralyzes you. And so listening to that, it kind of took me out of that a little bit and was like, fuck it, let's just do it. So I'm just doing a check-in, and I will, let me see if I have a share feature here. Is there a share feature here? or a screen share. What is that? There is. Cool. All right, so let me see what I can do. I'm gonna, oh, well, let's just look at today's chart to begin. Oh, wait, can I do it? I would like to, yes, yes, and yes, and thank you for your patience. Sure. Oh no. Well, we'll see if this works. Okay, it's just asking me to go to system settings. You guys, I apologize. Well, I came on and I knew I was just going to let it fly. Allow the application below to record content. Yeah, I already did that. Audio recording, no. Mm. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. I need to share the entire screen, but it's not letting me in order to give you guys the chart. Mm. Yeah, this is a bummer. It'll let me share. It'll let me share on Google Chrome, like a Chrome tab, but it won't let me share the window at the moment, and I'm not entirely sure why. And it's not giving me any clear direction. Displays? I don't think that's it. Desktop dock, control center. I'm so sorry. Okay, so it might actually have me quit and then reopen. So I don't know. Maybe that's what we do.